Hello, everybody, tune in to the news bulletin today, April the 18th, coming first with local news. In the third quarter, local taxation authority collected more than 12.7 trillion dong, up 61% over the same period, despite the impact from Lunar New Year holiday and COVID-19 pandemic. However, where more than 85% of enterprises are facing difficulties due to the pandemic, it's become a real challenge to reach the state budget estimate for 2020. This year, the tax of budget revenue assigned for the Nine Tax Authority is 35.6 trillion Vietnam dong. The local tax department early this year has conducted synchronous solutions in an attempt to exceed the goal of 5% or more. However, due to the complicated situation of the current COVID-19 disease and unpredictable forecasts about the economic growth rate, the tax authority, for starters, must be determined to focus on supporting businesses to overcome hurdles. According to the Dong Nai Taxation Department, depending on the actual situation of the disease, plans for dialogue with businesses, associations, and taxation sectors will be set up appropriately from now to the end of the year, while the dialogue still aims to ensure the businesses have full access to policies of the party and state, including taxation regulations. According to the General Department of Vietnam Customs, the country's total import and export value in the second half of March reached $24.8 billion, up 15.6% compared to the first half of March. The Customs General Department said the total import-export value of the whole country in the first 3 months of this year is $122.7 billion, up 5.7%. or an increase of $6.57 billion in absolute number compared to the same period last year, of which the total import-export value of FDI enterprises reached $77.3 billion, up 3.8%. Import-export value of local enterprises were $45.3 billion, up 9% over the same period. World news. After the video conference yesterday between U.S. President Donald Trump and leaders of the world's largest developed country, G7, the White House said that G7 agreed to reopen the member economies after COVID-19 outbreak. G7 leaders agreed to cooperate for joint actions, including dealing with pandemic and economic recovery after COVID-19, including taking all necessary measures to protect jobs and the economy from the negative impact of the outbreak, implementing necessary financial and monetary measures to restore the confidence and economic growth, to protect jobs, businesses, and resilience of the financial system. However, apart from the commitments, it seems that the group has not provided any detailed plan for realization. As per the U.S., President Donald Trump also announced plans to reopen the economy based on the latest data, and state governors will take charge of this process. 1 million doses of a potential COVID-19 vaccines being developed by British scientists are already being manufactured and will be available by September. However, the effectiveness of these vaccines still needs to be proved by practical trials. This is an experimental product of the Oxford University team, being one of at least 70 potential COVID-19 candidate shows under development around the world. At least 5 of those are in preliminary testing in people. The Oxford scientists said that they were recruiting volunteers for early-stage Phase 1 human trials, and large-scale production capacity was being put in place as risk. This means the shots will be produced in large numbers, at risk of being useless if trials show that they do not work. British scientists said they plan to start the second-stage efficacy trials in adults aged between 18 and 55 within weeks before expanding to older age groups later, and hope to run a final phase trial with around 5,000 volunteers in the late summer. That's all for today's news. Thanks for joining us and goodbye.